Up next on UBC, brought to you by...
Keep the lights on. Use Airtel Money to pay for all your Yaka bills conveniently. Open the My Airtel app to buy Yaka units. Airtel Money. Simple, secure, borderless.
And good evening. A very warm welcome to the best of the good life. I'm Drago. This is Chilling. What an incredible show we have prepared for you. On the show, I have an incredible lady. She goes by the names Aweko Faith. Aweko Faith is what we call a Westpreneur. I asked her before even we came here that, is that even a thing? We're yet to find out. This lady is doing fascinating things. She is doing what we call transforming waste or garbage into something very productive, into backpacks, handbags, to mention but a few. Now, there is this incredible phrase that goes in life. When life throws to you lemons, pick it and then make lemonade out of it. You know, it's a proverbial phrase that is used by people who want to be uplifted, you know, to have a much more positive attitude towards work or when you're facing a bit of a challenge. So with no further ado, allow me to introduce to you the CEO herself of Reform Africa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Faith, it's an honor to have you.
Thank you.
You do such a great service to our country.
Thank you.
So, tell me, I told you before the cameras rolled that I have a question to shoot at you and I want to see your reaction. How even dared you even get the guts as a girl? Don't you ever get embarrassed? I mean, people seeing you picking up garbage and, you know, taking it for transformation?
I've been asked that question many times, but I've experienced that mostly from actually the waste collectors, because initially we just started to collect waste by ourselves because we were doing research. Yeah. But when we started to work on the project, we buy waste from the landfill. So when you go to the landfill, like in Chitezi, on Gayaza Road, and you're buying waste either from the women or from the men, they ask you like, okay, like how come you are working in waste? Yeah. Like how come you're working in garbage, in trash, and you're also a young girl? So that is the question that mostly people ask me.
Okay, so who is a wastepreneur, and is that a real thing?
Of course. So a wastepreneur, I like to call myself a wastepreneur because I deal in recycling. Yeah. Yes, not only plastic, but recycling all kinds of waste. Yes.
Okay, so I want to find out, where did the passion actually originate from? Because drawing a correlation between where, you know, where you grew up from, you know, I did some simple research about you. It was a bit of a slum setting, you know. Yeah. How did that shape up this person we're seeing now?
Okay, so I grew up from Naguru Go Down. That's one of the slum areas in Kampala. And like, there's really poor waste management even up to now. Yeah. At the slum. And growing up, most of the time when it's raining is when actually most people think of disposing of waste. And the reason is because like the waste management services, like the KCCA truck, doesn't really get to reach in every home in the slum areas. So most times they tell people to bring the waste at the marketplace or across the road. And yet, like, most people are staying deep in the slums. So, and also how we really dispose of our waste, we mix both organic and inorganic. So it becomes heavy to carry it to the roadside or to the marketplace where the truck is going to be. And the truck comes like maybe twice in a month. So we wait for the rainy season, and then when it rains, we dispose the waste in the trenches, thinking the rain is going to take it away. But not knowing this waste we are disposing has plastic, has organic waste all mixed together, and the plastic bags blocks the trenches. So most times there was flooding. So I thought maybe, you know, the flooding was because we are staying in the slums, and yes, and also with the poor drainage. But as I grew up, I got to realize it's because of the poor waste management. And also growing up, I was really passionate about recycling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to recycle. Back when I was still at campus,
Yeah.
I used to recycle and make recycled jewelry, recycled clothing.
Yeah.
But then I realized maybe I should push it into the next level.
Yeah.
To also look at recycling at not only making, you know, simple pieces, but to see that I changed the waste management in Uganda. So that's when in 2018, I embarked on the research to really read more about plastic waste management, because back at the university, I was studying economics and statistics. So that was a different other field.
Yeah.
So with research and reading mostly, I got to realize actually, like, we have quite a big number of plastic,
Yeah.
and also different types of plastic, and how each plastic affects the environment. Yes.
Okay, because I was going to tell you this, that this is a fact. In Uganda right now, daily 600 tons are disposed. And you told me before she came, you know, guys, we always get a little bit of time to prep and talk and catch up. You told me that our recycling level is at 1%?
Yes, less than 1%.
Less than 1%? Doesn't
Yes.
that worry you?
Of course it does, because also, yes, we are recycling less than 1%,
Yeah.
but also the other bigger problem is 51% of the 600 tons we are producing every day is not collected. Yes, so this is the waste that is ending up in the trenches, in our drainage systems, on the streets, like in Kampala, really, if you go in the evening, there is really quite a big number of waste. And when it rains is when you really get to see all the waste that we've really been throwing out through the taxi, in our cars. And in the rural areas, it's really a worst case. Like plastic, people think, you know, they leave it to decompose, yet plastic takes more than 1,000 years to decompose. And also some places, even in Kampala, I see people are burning waste, which is causing toxic fumes
Yeah.
in the environment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Where I come from, this is very vivid. I've seen young boys and even some adults collecting bottles and taking them somewhere and getting money. When it's all done collectively, where do these bottles go?
So Coca-Cola is doing a big job in Uganda here to collect plastic. So yes, so they pay a fee per kilo of plastic that those boys you talked about and also the women collect, but they're only dealing in the plastic bottles, which is a good initiative. Though maybe what would be done is by every food and beverage company that is using plastic to be able to do what Coca-Cola is doing. Like for instance, if Coca-Cola is producing 20 tons of plastic, I call it plastic because yeah, like they're producing plastic, 20 tons of plastic every day. If they're able to buy back that 20 tons of plastic every day, we would really have a cleaner city. Or if they aren't able to buy that plastic, I think also the government would come in place and have a tax. Like they would tax per bottle of plastic that they produce, and that tax can be taken back into companies like Reform Africa that are recycling plastic, or actually to also increase on the price of the plastic bottles, because those boys and the women are really getting little money.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make really sense for also other people to collect, but once it has a price, then you and me and everyone could really be able to collect plastic at their homes and sell it off. but you find you have to have like 30 to 40 bottles to get 300 shillings. And then reaching to the nearest recycling or collection center is also far. Yeah. So that's why people rather dispose the plastic.
We have some good news to share. ABSA. ABSA Bank came up with this thing. You tell me more about this. You won around 200K
yes.
plus some other additives? Yeah.
Yes. So ABSA is having a campaign they are running. It's called Africanity. Because as Africans, we have our own problems, but we always look at the Western world to solve the problems we have in Africa, which we cause by ourselves. So Africanity is awarding people who are creating solutions for African problems. Yes.
All right. Now, we are going to take a breather. Now, when we return, Miss Faith came with some of her merchandise. I know you guys are, you want to see some of her merchandise, so don't go anywhere. Stick with us. This is Chilling. As world leaders are busy setting new agendas to fight climate change, Ms. Faith Aweko with the team at Reform Africa are busy, earning from recycling, amazingly. And they come up with such products. This is a backpack, isn't it, Ms.
Yes,
Faith?
yes.
And I see it's quite amazing. The color is, you got the colors right, and the texture is a bit thick. Pass me through the creative process of this.
Okay, so Reform Africa is a social business that transforms Africa's wealth into wealth through repurposing plastic bags into bags and different other accessories. So we upcycle plastic polythene bags. We fuse them together into a sustainable material that we later on have it designed in different patterns. Every bag is unique in its way because once you own a Reform bag, you have ownership because you have your own design. Yeah. Yes. So we have a team of women who collect waste from the landfills, and then we buy from them, bring it over at our center in Mpigi. We sort, wash, and have it cleaned and dried, and then we fuse it together. We fuse about 15 plastic bags together to come up with a sustainable material. 15? Yes, 15 plastic bags together to come up with a sustainable material that we later on design and cut into patterns and have the bags made. Okay, let's talk about the kind of fashion. I mean, because you have emphasized that most of the bags here are custom made, right? Somebody chooses the kind of bag and how they want their bag to look like. Now, for example, let me show our audience this. This is, you're actually using this. It's stuff with your own things. I like it that you use your own products. So this is a handbag, a backpack, sorry, that can be used by students. Yes, yes. What else? What else? Have you ever tried to produce something smaller than that, than this? Yes. We have the small toiletry bags or makeup bag, and the school kids use them as swim bags because when they go for swimming, most times they're at school. Yeah. And yet they have to also go back at home. So previously, their books get wet and their bags get wet, but our bags are actually waterproof. That's what I was going to say. They look waterproof. The swim costumes in the toiletry bag and then have it in their school bags, their books are clean and dry. Yeah. So when it rains, you don't even have to worry. No, no. You just put it on and just walk through that rain. Yes, yes. Yeah. We actually sell most of our school bags to the rural kids because they get to walk distances like an hour or two going to school. And with our weather patterns in Uganda, you know, and yeah, like in the rainy seasons, most times the kids don't go to school. And actually kids in the rural areas don't even have where to put their books. Either they hold it in their hands or they have it in a plastic bag. And in the end of the day, the plastic bag is either torn or it's lost. So these school bags work perfectly for them during the rainy seasons because they still get to walk to school safely and come back at home again safely.
Talking about supporting our own, boo-boo, you know, boo-boo.
Yes.
One would wonder, is this fit enough to go on the world market? These products, are
Yes.
they good enough?
Yes. Because of the durability, it's also sustainable. So we actually started selling our bags last year in March is when we made like our first sales. So since then, we've really continuously been growing and selling, like the numbers have really been increasing, mostly in the schools, because the bags are durable and parents were previously complaining, like every time they have to buy a new bag, but for this bag, the kids get to have it for a year and plus. Though, yeah, as you also know, kids, most times when they need a new bag, they just cut it with a scissor or with a razor blade. Yeah, but other than that, our bags are durable.
Have you ever thought about maybe trying to do something into clothing? Something that to put on like a jacket? Or because this is a leather jacket,
Yes.
we could have a plastic jacket or
Yes,
something.
yes. That is something we are looking into once we are ready to scale. Yes.
Do you do this for the money or is something else that motivates you?
So like basically waking up every day knowing that your business entirely depends on you and the community around. Because of course, like I'm one of the employees at From Africa, I earn a salary, I earn a decent salary. So yes, so being able to earn from what you do and also being able to impact the community is something amazing, yeah.
So one would want to find out also that what is so unique about this job, what you do. You know, me, I would know that it's so fulfilling. First of all, it cleans up society. And secondly, you know, it creates a more happy world. You know, I would want to live in a world with less wastes. Should I say that? What makes your job so exciting, so unique, and tick?
I think using plastic waste as a resource to make like the bags is the uniqueness of Reform Africa. So yeah.
Okay. I like the way how you're replying my questions. You know, it's on point. It's bullet point. Pa, 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 pa. Yeah, but it's cool. So, being a CEO at such a tender age, you know, you're making phone calls. People are calling you. Business seems like it's working. It's going on well for you. I mean, is there any other future plan you have for this? Are you going to stick to this for quite some time?
No, we actually hope to, because currently we are recycling only plastic bags, but we hope to scale up to also be able to recycle like the plastic bottles, the broken buckets and broken cups, and different other kinds of plastic. So, so we are not only doing it as from Africa, but also having the community take part in different recycling initiatives, because we think still the solution still exists within us, within the community. Yeah, and we are able, because when you go to schools and we give students, apart from bags, what else do we think they can make out of plastic? You'll be surprised by the many innovations that the students have. So I really think when you open up Reform Africa, for the public to really come and learn about waste management and innovate solutions, then we are really able to scale reform like very fast and to also be able to have a clean and like a clean city.
Yeah. So you don't actually work alone. There is one famous Mema, is it? And some other guys. These are all ladies.
Yes.
I mean, how has it been like working with these people?
So,
Do they have the same target as yours? Do you share the same goals?
yes. So Reform Africa is founded by three ladies. Myself, Aweko Faith. I grew up from the slum areas in Naburu, go down. And Rachel Mema, she's a refugee from DRC, but she was staying at Nasiba refugee camp. So also, we all share like the same vision because in DRC, there's really poor waste management, like plastic is littered
It's worse than
everywhere.
ours.
Yes, it's really worse. That is what she says. Plastic littered everywhere. And also in the refugee camp, it's also a worse case. So Nalima Shamim comes from one of the flooded areas, Waise. So we all had like the same vision and the same goals. So that's why we all came together. Yes.
So, in case somebody watching this program is interested in purchasing one of these, this is a great bag, guys. And this could be used as a duffel bag. What else?
Laptop bag.
Laptop bag.
If you like traveling, you can have all your, because also like when you're traveling, you also don't know when it's going to really rain. You have your camera, your phone, you can have your water bottle in there, and you can hide the mountain.
Okay, so how can they get in touch and how much does perhaps this go for?
So our
Because I know you have a standard rate for foreigners and indigenous local people.
yes, so our products ranges from 10,000 to 60,000.
Affordable.
The backpacks, these ones, 12 bags at 60,000. The school bags are 25,000, and also for the rural kids, we have them at 15,000. And sometimes we actually subsidize for them when people, we have some people who subsidize for the school kids. We have like laptop bags at 40,000, shopping bags at 50,000, toiletry bags at 20,000 and 10,000, and even other small accessories. So you can reach to us via our website, www.reformafrica.org, or on our Facebook and Instagram at Reform Africa, or we have retailers here in Kampala. Motive is on Old Portugal Road. You can check out on their website and order for a Reform bag, or you can go to corner on Bokoto Street. They have our bags. We have our bags at Arc Organics, and then we also have our bags at Design Hub with Design Duka. Then we also have our bags at Ujo, Nakasero, and then we're also going to have our bags in Hulu. But yes, so in the US we have our bags with Giving Joy, and also with Because International. Then in Israel we have our bags with Call Africa, and then we have two shops in Netherlands that you can also order for our bags.
Wow. You know, I was blown away listening to how you're expanding this. Look at you. It's working for you, Aweko.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, now listen, it's such a great honor. I love that the fact that you've shared your story. And, you know, one thing that people don't understand, whenever somebody tells a story behind a certain product, they relate, you know. There's empathy involved in that. There is, you know, somebody falls in love with buying your product because Bambi, they had a story that was a bit touching. So you're a young girl and you're getting it, and I'm proud of you. So keep on doing your thing. Thank you for coming on the show. It was such an honor. Until next time, this has been Chilling. I'm Drago, and bye and have a good evening.